They'll give it to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there. As we get closer to the playoff, it becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? It comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Really nice throw by the quarterback here, because if you're going to throw out-breaking routes against man coverage, you have got to be on time, which means the ball has got to come out before the receiver gets out of his break. Really nice anticipation by the QB.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires one high and deep. Got it inside the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The offense changing the play.
White 53. White 53. Dino. Maverick.
They'll start this drive going to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a catch at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Irish!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. Just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but touchdown, Fighting Irish! Fitted in the window for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Here come the Irish back on offense.
Let's go.
He might want another play. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Here he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being that kind of a company. And
let's see if they can get something going here late in the half.
Blue 85,
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Enough.
Let's go. Break. Black 14.
Gets the back moving.
Black 14.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Hale. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. They just keep firing. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds a little space. And they're able to make the tackle. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need some...
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Snagged in the middle, it's Larson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off play action on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? So now it's 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Fine.
There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.